Now, do you have a mission? You have two?
No, I said I do.
You do? Tell us. I want to know.
My mission is to help people, to help themselves so that they know what good their body is and how they can be the best that they can.
And how do you do that?
I am a medical esthetician, a reflexologist. I am a Reiki master. I do chakra balancing. So I just want people to know about their own bodies and their wellness and what they are.
And what are you doing in order to accomplish your mission?
I am working for a doctor right now. I am very passionate. I love your words. You're
Passion.
inspiring.
Oh, good.
And I have opened my own business as well. And I'm just going out there and trying to help people.
So how would you inspire others so that your passion rubs off on them so they carry your mission further than where it is right now? Because that's that next key. Okay, we're going to help you. We're going to help you. Because now that you've identified what's the most important thing in the world to you, now what? You know, we all know maybe, or some of us have got an idea of what the most important thing is. Now what? How do we get started? What do we do? You got to ask for help. And I don't know if, in your case, who you would ask, or I don't know, other people's mission, who they would ask, but you've got to ask for help. You need to ask other people that you think are leaders. You have to ask your attorney, or your accountant, or your friend, or your parents, or your husband, or your wife, or your significant other, or whoever it is, but you've got to ask for help, because if you keep it all inside, you're a leader with no followers. And in order to be a leader, you've got to have followers. Next thing you need to ask is how much time can you devote to your mission? You have to decide what part it's going to play in your life, because you have to remember your mission doesn't have to be giant. It only needs to positively impact others. I'm going to say that at least 18 times tonight. It only has to positively impact others in order to be a mission, in order for you to be a leader. Do you have the skills and the knowledge that you need, or do you need further education or training to have an impact and to make a difference? Are you staying open to all sorts of possibilities? Because openness and flexibility are really important. One of the most exciting things about having a mission that matters is growing beyond your original vision. My original vision for Women on the Fast Track was when I moved to New York City in 1985, and I didn't know anybody. I moved there from Albuquerque, New Mexico with $500 in my pocket because everyone told me I couldn't do it. And I said, I'm going. I packed my bags, I sold my house, I had nothing. I moved to Manhattan. I lived on the Upper West Side in an apartment that was the size of this podium where I could sit on my bed and open my window, turn on my TV, cook. I could do everything from my bed. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. And I thought, how am I going to survive here? I'm not going to go get a job in a big agency because I really hate being told what to do. I'm not going to go get a job somewhere where I'm not going to feel valued. So I know I'll just start my own company. Yeah, okay. How am I going to do that? So I went to a couple different women's networking groups in the city, and I met some women, and I realized, okay, I could go to these networking groups and I could meet people, or I could put together my own. And I'm going to pick 5 people that I really, really like a lot and that are 10 times bigger and better than me, and I'm going to tell them we're going to start a networking group and it's going to be really fun, and we're going to get together once a month and we're going to share leads and resources and it'll be great. And that's what I did. I picked an accountant and an attorney, and I picked somebody who worked at ABC TV, and I picked an image consultant, and I picked one of the very first personal coaches that I ever met, and we all started meeting. And things started to happen. It was really, really neat. And out of these 5 people, they started telling more people, and then they started telling more people. And pretty soon, in about a year, we had like 900 members and groups meeting all over Manhattan. And it became this crazy networking thing of exactly what it is that I wanted, but it grew out of this openness and flexibility of thinking, okay, this is a great way to launch my business, but what if? What if we could empower and inspire all these other women to do even bigger and better things? So it was really, really neat. And now it's here on Long Island, and it's really terrific. A mission that matters is part practical, and it's part magical. And the practical part is the result. The magical part is what your mission does to your heart and to your mind. And the two are interrelated. And the more clearly you define what your mission is, the more effective you become, and the bigger difference that you're going to make. The deeper the passion for your mission, the more it acts as a magnet for others. I have people crawling out of the woodworks to run groups for Women on the Fast Track. I have other agencies now calling me saying, we want to be part of the Gratitude Award. We'll do a video for you. We'll do a media plan for you. We'll give these people whatever it is that they want. We'll imprint their t-shirts for them for free. People want to be involved. When people see that you're doing something good and it resonates with them, They want to be involved. That's the other part. All leaders have charisma. All leaders are big thinkers. Leaders have super high standards and very high ethics. Leaders handle change effortlessly. If today it's this way and tomorrow. Last week, my assistant of 4 years decided she was going to go to the city and work at a big agency. This woman has been my right hand. She's been my right hand. She's been my right head. She's been the entire right side of my body for 4 years. She thinks for me. My daughter stays at her house on the weekends. She still will. God, I hope. I have a 12-year-old, and every once in a while it's really nice to send her to Brooklyn. She's been a friend. She's been an absolute wonderful part of my life, and it was time for her to go. It was time for her to go to the big city. She's 25 years old. How was I going to handle this? It's like, oh my God. Now we have 6 people in the office right now, all competing for her position. It's really kind of neat, but it kind of feels a little bit like Martha Stewart of you just don't fit in. And I'm not saying that, I'm making somebody else say that. But hopefully Christina's going to come back and pick the one that's going to be her for the next 3 years. I didn't handle that so effortlessly, but I did take action, and it's going to be okay. A leader is sensitive and inspires loyalty in others. It's really important. A leader is a risk taker. Definitely important. You got to be bold. You got to take risks. You got to say, who cares? As long as I'm not hurting anybody, as long as I'm walking my talk, as long as I am doing what I need to do, and as long as I'm not going to step on anybody, I'm going to do this, because what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that you do nothing, and 5 years from now you're still talking. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I've got kids. I've got a husband. I've got a business. I've got a job. We all do. Add one more thing to your plate. Add the thing that matters. A leader makes decisions, and a leader uses power wisely. That's super important. Communicates effectively. A leader is a team builder, yes, and a leader is super courageous. The second step in finding your meaning and purpose that will compel you and make others want to embrace this new idea and your mission or reality, that's the second step, is really finding the purpose and the meaning that's going to compel you and others to make this mission a reality. The third is to understand yourself and what you stand for. If you skip this step, you're going to be blind to your own strengths and limitations. Do you understand what I mean by strengths and limitations? I have a huge limitation regarding time and regarding money. I have no concept of time at all. If it takes me 5 minutes, it should take you 30 seconds. I have no concept of money. Money to me is a means to an end. I give it away. Somebody wants this much for a salary. It's like, yeah, okay. I have no concept. I hire really, really good people to keep me in line. They keep me in line in terms of what I spend. They keep me in line in terms of time. I have people in my office say, you know what, Lucy, it does take more than 20 minutes to write a press release and make sure that the people at ABC are looking at it. It's like, oh, yeah, I guess so. No concept, none at all. So I understand that that's a huge limitation for me. My strengths, on the other hand, is I am able to look at the big picture and say, wow, what if? We could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this, and I have a knack for inspiring others to get excited about the what ifs.